14. The compact countertop dishwasher. It wasn't fancy, but it got the job done. This little unit rolled on wheels and hooked up straight to the kitchen faucet. You'd hear the water running through a hose, and the dishes clinking softly inside. It didn't have multiple cycles it just washed. Plain and simple. For small families or tight kitchens, it was a miracle. And at the end of the cycle, when you opened the door and felt that wave of warm steam, that was the smell of a clean kitchen and a chore crossed off the list. 15. The rotary dial Timothys one was small, but mighty. It sat on the counter, next to the stove or on a shelf, with numbers around the face and a little metal dial in the middle. You'd twist it, feel the tension build, and then, tick, 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 the quiet countdown began. No beeps, no buzzing, just the slow, rhythmic tick of time passing, and finally, the sharp ding. That meant dinner was done. The cookies were ready, or it was time to take the pie out of the oven. It may have been tiny, but that little timer was part of so many family meals, and that sound, still one of the sweetest in the kitchen. 16. The drop-down ironing board cabinitude opened what looked like a regular cabinet on the wall, and down it came with a soft creak. The ironing board, folded neatly and ready for use. These weren't just space savers, they were built-ins with a sense of purpose. You could hear the soft clank as the board locked into place, and smell the faint scent of linen starch in the air, whether it was Sunday shirts, school uniforms, or Dad's work pants. This was where things were made crisp again. It was quiet, practical, and dependable. A small, hidden corner of the home where love and care were pressed into fabric, one sleeve at a time. 17. The 4-slice chrome toaster with bakelite knobs. This was the toaster that could feed a full table, with 4 wide slots and those classic black bakelite knobs. It was made for busy mornings, when everyone wanted their toast right now. You'd hear the satisfying click of the lever, the low hum of electricity, and then pop, pop, toast for 2, then toast for 4. There was a rhythm to it, buttering one set while the next went in. The smell of warm bread and jam, a little bit of chaos, and a whole lot of togetherness. And those bakelite knobs, they stayed cool to the touch, even when the kitchen got warm. Just another detail that made it feel like it was designed to last. And it did. 18. The under-cabinet radio mounted right below the kitchen cabinets. This little radio kept the house company. It played the golden oldies in the morning, the news at noon, and baseball games in the evening. You'd hear it softly through the house while you stirred a pot, folded laundry, or just sat down with a cup of tea. It didn't stream. It didn't buffer. It just played, with that warm, slightly crackly tone that somehow made everything feel more real. And if you were lucky, it had a built-in clock with glowing red numbers you could see from across the room. Small, yes, but for many families, it was the heartbeat of the kitchen. 19. The classic waffle iron. These one had weight. You could feel it the moment you opened it. Heavy iron plates, deep grids, and that sizzling sound as the batter hit the hot surface. There was no Teflon, no timer. You watched for the steam to slow down, and you knew it was ready. The waffles came out golden and crisp, crunchy on the outside, soft on the inside. Weekend mornings smelled like syrup, melted butter, and this waffle iron doing its thing. It didn't just make breakfast, it made memories. Bite by bite. 20. The enamel slow cooker before crockpot became a household word. There were these colorful enamel slow cookers that simmered away on stovetops for hours. They were built to last. Thick, durable, and often handed down from one generation to the next. Some were bright red, Some were powder blue. All of them made the house smell like something wonderful was coming soon. Soups, stews, Sunday roasts. You didn't rush these meals. And that was the point. These cookers taught us to slow down, to let flavors build, and to enjoy the wait. And when dinner was finally served, it was always worth it. They weren't just appliances. They were part of the family routine. They made noise, they took time, they had charm. And even though technology has moved on, there's a piece of our hearts that still lives with the hum of the old fridge, the ding of the timer, or the bubbling of the percolator. Which one of these do you remember most? Or better yet, do you still have any of these in your kitchen? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your stories. And if this trip down memory lane warmed your heart, hit that subscribe button. More nostalgia is just around the corner.